up, everybody? Team Fanatic here. Hope you all are having a fantastic day, and welcome to a very special video. Sorry in advance if my head looks like a watermelon. This is a new camera that I'm trying, and I guess it makes my head look big. So welcome to a very special video where I'm here to predict this year's MLS Cup Playoffs. Yes, we are here, baby. Yeah, and also I have the light that's in the background. My room looked like a dungeon, so I did not want to have I wanted to make sure that was not the case. So yeah, I have a light on back there. And yeah, so we are here though, and we are ready to go. So I have some notes here that I will be looking at. And so with that, I just want to make sure that I talk about everything, that needs to be talked about, because this is big time. We have these teams. We are ready to go, And yeah, it is time to see who I think will hoist this year's MLS Cup. So let's get started. All right, here we are. Here is the brackets. Sorry again if my head looks like a watermelon, but it is all good. All right, so I'm going to talk about the wild card games first here. All right, so let's go to the Whitecaps and the Timbers. Man, if you are Sebastian Jurissi and Jesus Ferreira, you have to be just kicking yourself, because how did a club who lost their final 4 matches of the year make it into the playoffs? How did they finish with more points than us? I am talking about the Whitecaps right here. Now, I don't know if it's the Canuck hater in me, but I think Portland, they are going to take this win. They are going to show Vancouver what's up. And hey, don't sleep on Portland now. They are one of the best scoring teams in the league, racking up 64 goals, 4th highest in the league. Rodriguez has scored in his previous 2 games against Vancouver, so he has to be feeling good. So yeah, give me the Timbers to win. Which, you know what, actually before I came on, I saw something where apparently there was a scheduling conflict with Vancouver. And so this match will be played in Portland, even though the Vancouver is the higher seed. So either way, I like Portland to win. All right, now we have Montreal taking on Atlanta. Man, what a crazy ending it was to the regular season. And for Atlanta United, what a roller coaster it has been for them. To just get into this year's playoffs. Well, the stars did align for the 5 stripes, and now they're here taking on Montreal, who did sweep Atlanta in the season series. Most recently, they had a 2-1 win over Atlanta on October 2nd. And Joseph Martinez, he scored twice in that match. But I think the deciding factor in who wins this match and who loses this match between Atlanta and Montreal, I do think that it is going to come down to Atlanta's attack versus Montreal's back line. Alvarez, Corvo, and Campbell, those guys, they have to play sharp. And I don't know if Montreal wants to get into a scoring battle with Atlanta. I'm not sure if they want to take that gamble. They still have Thier, and they also still have Wolf. Plus, with that being said, for Montreal, again, I don't know if they want to take that gamble. They were one of the worst defensive teams in MLS this year, allowing 64 total goals. And actually, the 4 clubs who allowed more goals than Montreal, didn't even make the playoffs. So clearly, Montreal will be relying on their attack to help them win. I think if Guzan and the Atlanta backline can just lock that down, shut down Martinez, I like Atlanta to get that dub there. All right, so now on to round 1. So I think, again, I say that the Timbers win, and so they will take on LAFC. All right, so if this match does come to fruition, Dang. Sorry for Portland fans, honestly, because they're facing LAFC, a team that I think is getting red hot at the right time. They have won 5 straight. Denny Bouanga, what a year he had again, coming off of another 20-goal season. And so talk about LAFC, I mean, like their resume speaks for itself. One of the best attacking teams we have seen this year. Plus, one of their newest players, Oliver Giroud, excuse me, if he finds his footing, like look out for LAFC. So I have LAFC winning 2 straight and advancing. All right, so now we are going to go to Miami taking on Atlanta. All right, here we go. Here it is, Miami. They are great. I know, winners of the Supporters Shield. I'd like, and also they set like just so many records this year. Messi and Suarez each got 20 goals. They've won the Supporters Shield. So yeah, I guess I'll take Miami to win it too. Plus, with Atlanta playing like this wild card game, like it could be close. Against Montreal. I mean, like if Montreal brings it and Atlanta still wins, I mean, like that's gonna be tough for them to then play that match and then go on the road to face Messi and Miami, a team that will just eat you alive. So yeah, I'm gonna take Miami. All right, let's move on. All right, again, like I don't like Miami. I don't like Messi. I'm sorry. All right, now we have the Sounders taking on the Houston Dynamo. Now, this is a very interesting matchup because these two teams, they did just play like 4 weeks ago. So, they played at the end of September, excuse me. Seattle won that match 1-0. In that match, it was an early goal by Pothrock in the 22nd minute. Now, like, I'm not going to lie. This is this is a tough call for me. It really is. We have 2 of the best defensive teams in the West going head to head. So with that being said, I do see this going to 3 games. I'm gonna give the edge to Seattle here, mainly because 2 of those games will be at Lumen Field. Excuse me again. The Sounders have only lost 2 times at home this year. Like they know how to hold it down. Plus, again, like they have a pretty fresh game plan on how to beat this Dynamo team right here. They know how to shut down Blessing. They know how to shut down Ponce. And yeah, so I'm gonna take Seattle to advance. There we go. Seattle wins at 3. All right, now we have Real Salt Lake taking on Minnesota. Hey, you know what? If this was a battle of which team's name sucked more, I'm gonna give Real Salt Lake the win. But thankfully for Minnesota, we are playing soccer. So, in my humble opinion, pardon me again, I think Minnesota, they could be like a dark horse to win MLS Cup, like similar to LAFC. They are getting red hot at the right time. They have won 6 out of their last 9. They have great players on the squad. Yeboah has been playing great, and Robin Lod, who had 7 goals and a 15-6. Pardon me again. Maybe one of the more underrated players coming into this year's playoffs. So, I think Minnesota again. Like I think they are going to make a big time statement here. And I like them to take care of Real Salt Lake. So I say Minnesota will win 2 straight. All right, now we have the Galaxy taking on the Colorado Rapids. And geez, man, talk about like a rough ending for the Galaxy. On decision day, they came in as the number 1 seed in the West. And then they lost to Houston. And then LAFC got that top seed. So, you know what? We have a bunch of just angry and vengeful Galaxy players here taking on Colorado. This Rapids team right here, who, you know what? Yes, they have made the playoffs. Big props to them. 2 hand claps for them. But, I mean, man, they've lost 5 of their last 6. And, like, their backfield is just hammered. Bassett and Mihaljevic, excuse me, like they have left like they have left out with injuries, and so like their midfield is totally vulnerable. And I see the Galaxy absolutely exposing that, and I say that the Galaxy win 2 straight. All right. Now we have going up to the Eastern Conference. We have Orlando taking on Charlotte. So personally for me, this is the first round series that I am most excited to see. And so we have two teams here in Orlando and Charlotte. Excuse me. Orlando has won 10 of their last 14 matches, so they are feeling great. Torres, Maguire, excuse me again. Goodness. Oh, Yetta, they have been amazing this year. But if there is a club that is ready for that challenge for Orlando's attack, it would be Charlotte, only allowing 37 goals this year, best in the Eastern Conference. For Charlotte, only one loss in their last 6 matches. However, that loss was to Orlando. It was a 2-0 win for Orlando. Maguire got a late goal to seal it. So, you know what, for me, I feel like even if Kalina gets hot, I think Orlando, they have just like too many weapons. And I say that this will go to 3 games, but I like Orlando to win and advance. All right, so now we have Cincinnati taking on NYCFC. All right, so, you know, what's the point, right, of even doing like a playoff prediction video if you're you're not going to make one crazy pick? So with that being said, I know that Cincinnati, they are a great team, led by the reigning MVP Luciano Acosta. Pardon me again. But their back line has been battered and it has been bruised coming into these playoffs, facing a New York team who, you know what, they have they have to be feeling good here coming into these playoffs, winning 3 of their last 4. And yeah, one of them was against my boys in gold. But you know what? I'm going to not be biased. And yeah, I'm going to say NYCFC gets the upset and they advance. All right. So now we have the Crew taking on the Red Bulls. Last matchup of round 1, the reigning MLS Cup champions, the Columbus Crew, taking on the only team that I know named after an energy drink, the New York Red Bulls. And you know what? While we are on the topic of these Red Bulls, after the League's Cup, I don't know what happened to these Red Bulls, but they have been just awful. 1-5-3 was their record since League's Cup, and they're facing a Crew team right here that has to be feeling great. They are going back to the playoffs, and you know what? Who knows? They might be better than the team last year. Cucho Hernandez, just another great year for him. 19 goals, 14 assists. Rossi got 12 goals this year. So, you know what? This right here might be the Crew's series to lose. So yeah, I like the Crew easy to win that. All right, now on to round 2. We have LAFC taking on Seattle. So on my old channel, you can't see that because YouTube shut down my channel. Sorry. Apparently they're Inter Miami fans. All right, so now we have round 2, LAFC taking on Seattle. So on my old channel, which sorry that you can't see that. YouTube shut down my my old channel. Thanks to YouTube for that. Yeah, apparently whoever runs that is a Miami fan. So yeah, that stinks. JK. But anyway, so on my old channel, I remember I did a playoff video, and I do remember having Seattle and LAFC here in round 2, and I picked Seattle because their back line was one of the best that year, but LAFC, they played great in that game. And so here, I'm not going to make the same mistake twice. Again, even though Seattle has a great back line, I think Denny Bouanga and LAFC, they get it done and they advance. All right, so now Minnesota taking on the LA Galaxy. man, what a fun match that this would be if this came to fruition. So we have two great attacking clubs right here, both clubs with great players. And man, again, like if this matchup does take place, I'm expecting a pretty close game. Which for me, usually when I'm doing these like prediction videos, and if I think it's going to be close, I usually side with the home team. So that is what I'm going to do here. I'm gonna say the Galaxy win, plus like the plus like the LA Galaxy, they've been so good at home. 13-1-3 during the regular season. They know how to hold it down. So yeah, I say that the Galaxy win, and it sets up an all LA conference final. All right, so now speaking of teams from like the same state going head to head, we have Miami taking on Orlando. So battle of the Florida teams right here. And also not just that, two teams that I hate the most are they are going head to head. I hate Orlando. I hate Miami. Atlanta, the Union. Yeah, I hate like a lot of teams. But hey, I will still give credit where it is due. These are two great clubs right here. So in their first matchup, where Miami faced Orlando, Miami won 5-0. Suarez and Messi got 2 goals. My mom, she nearly fainted because she has a huge crush on Leo Messi. You know what? I just don't know why. I try to get her to like Walker Zimmerman, and he's like amazing flowing air. I don't know, she just don't buy it. She loves Leo Messi. So for my mom, I will pick Miami to advance to the conference final. Excuse me. All right, so now we have the Crew taking on NYCFC. So these two clubs met 3 times this year. The Crew won 2 of those matches. Excuse me again. Now, there's no doubt that these two teams right here, they do have star power. Alonso Martinez for New York, he had like a breakout year, and again, the Crew, great team as well. Cucho Hernandez has been playing great as always, but just come playoff time, man, the Crew have just been so dominant. They know how to win when it matters most. I think that is going to be a huge factor. I like the Crew to win and advance. All right, so now we have LAFC versus the LA Galaxy. For this matchup right here, home field advantage out of the window clearly. So these two teams met 3 times this year. LAFC won the first 2. Galaxy won the most recent match 4-2. All those goals that the Galaxy scored, again, they beat LAFC 4-2 in their most recent meeting. All those goals that the Galaxy scored were in the second half. I think that's going to be the difference here, is whether or not the LA Galaxy and their attack, if they can score in the second half. If they do that, excuse me, I think they will overcome their LAFC demon. I have to be honest. I am doubtful that it is going to happen, but you know what? I'm gonna channel my inner Miss Frizzle here. I'm gonna take chances. Hopefully, I won't make a mistake, and I'm gonna pick the LA Galaxy to overcome LAFC and advance to the MLS Cup final. All right, so now we have Miami taking on the Crew. Obviously, right here, 2 of the best teams in the Eastern Conference. I mean, that's why I have them here. They met 3 times. Also this year, pardon me. One of those games was in the League's Cup, where the Crew won 3-2. Again, just with the Crew. I know everyone loves Messi, everyone loves Suarez, and I get it. But you know what? A lot of people said the same thing about us Cincinnati last year. Everyone loves Acosta, and also just like all of the things that he can do, and like that great Cincinnati team. But then the Crew, they came in and they shut them down. So you know what? I like the Crew to shut down Miami's hopes and advance to the MLS Cup final. All right, so here it is. I have the Crew taking on LA Galaxy. Excuse me. So this would be the first time this year that these two teams meet. Now I know that the Galaxy, again, they are capable of winning. They have so many weapons. But again, like, I just don't know if their back line can handle Cucho Hernandez and this Crew team. Like, Cucho and this Crew attack, like, they are so good at spreading defenders, scoring on those shots, and not just like the normal shots, but the ones that seem like they are impossible. So with that being said, I believe that for the second year in a row, your 2024 MLS Cup champions are the Columbus Crew. All right, fans, that is going to do it for this MLS Cup playoff prediction video. Thank you all so much for watching. Let me know in the comments which team you think is going to win MLS Cup. Excuse me. And yeah, like, we will see what happens. And a honey salutes to all of you as always. And I hope that all of you have a fantastic day. Hey, still go boys, gold baby.